everybody, to the podcast. Izzo is back from China. He obviously went to become a white girl.
Taylor?
So he's going to be so mad when he sees this.
Yeah. Okay,
What, that
Taylor,
he's a
you
white
got
girl now?
You got it.
Yeah.
You stink. I'm sorry.
does.
Yeah, Taylor, you smell. You need to knock that off, you old dog.
She can't help it.
We're playing
She's so sad. Okay.
Shadow of War,
Fine.
which is an awesome game. And they WB kind of, and I remember we talked about this, the microtransactions in it. They dialed them back a little bit.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, so it's like not as apparent
Mm.
in the game. So it's not that bad. Like you can still do the microtransactions.
Man, your guy is sprinting full bore there.
Oh no, that wasn't full bore. You want to see full bore?
I do.
Let me see. I gotta get enough room to sprint.
Because he looked like he was sprinting hard there.
Whee! Oh.
Ah, fuck! I fucked that up. Boom!
Look at
Ah,
you.
damn it! A warlord saw me because I was gonna like fucking body check that one dude.
Oh, it interrupted your.
Yeah, it interrupted my motion. And I do like how every orc chief and warlord has their own personality. But look how long this speech is going on.
Yeah.
This shit gets annoying.
You can't skip it?
No.
It's even longer because you can't hear it.
I know, right? Get
Oh,
yourself some. Oh, get yourself some too.
So do you have to play the first one in order to understand what's
No,
going on?
not at all.
Okay.
It kind of does a good job of recapping.
Oh, cool. So if I decide this game looks really, really cool and I want to
Oh, he's arrow proof. God damn it.
I don't have to play the first one.
I always hate it when like I can't use my arrows again.
Oh, ho, ho, ho.
X and A, use my elven light.
Dead.
But he keeps jumping over people.
Because he thinks he's medieval Batman?
Well, this is...
Yeah.
The fighting engine is basically freaking...
Arkham, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, god damn it. Oh, I'm
You're
So
poisoned.
I've been told.
poisoned.
Yeah, I hate it when I fight guys with poison blades because that shit gets annoying. Especially if I can't...
Oh,
Owned. Owned.
he did.
Nope.
Sucker.
Oh. That's friggin' weird.
I need to get some health. Didn't mean to do that, but F it. I'll climb up this orb real quick.
There might be something up there.
No, there's no health. I gotta drain it from bad guys.
Oh, really? Wow.
You can
You did the complete wrong thing.
Yeah, no. I was just trying to get away. Give me your health!
Ooh, look at his little
Right,
elf
Shang
wreath
Tsung.
thing.
Take out a few guys. Some arrows.
Why are they all just standing there like idiots?
Oh, because,
He's using the ring.
yeah, when you like go into this elf, because you're half man, half elf, because you've got the spirit of an elf in you. So when your focus is up, you can, oh, damn it.
Sucks.
Yeah, he's gonna kill me now.
Bye.
Nope, maybe not.
Oh,
I got a second chance.
Oh,
and black blood.
I gotta get
Why
out of
didn't it
here.
prompt me for a freaking...
Find higher ground.
One of those symbols
Find
at the
it.
bottom looks suspiciously like the Rebel Alliance.
Looks exactly like the Rebel Alliance.
Suspiciously.
Eh, that bitch better be dead now.
Die, bitch. And brush
Ooh.
your snags.
There's
They look
teeth.
at gross.
He's an orc. Oh no, I hit it too early! Damn it!
Oh, and he runs away.
Bitch, where'd he go?
Oh, he gone.
That
Say
pisses
bye-bye.
me off.
Oh, they're coming.
Get yourself some.
Ooh.
Sorry, this is how much I love this game. I'm so enthralled by it when I'm talking about it. Nelson, the board's there. Read it.
All right. First on the docket, you might have heard it a lot this week and last week. Net neutrality. They're trying to repeal it and let the companies pretty much do what they want.
Control your life.
Yeah.
Oh,
Your
fucking
internet
arrows,
life.
man.
So what net neutrality is it's regulations that make it so that internet providers such as like Comcast and Verizon, they can't throttle or block websites. They have to give everyone pretty much equal footing.
No, it's not. Well, yeah, throttling's part of it, but the whole thing about net neutrality is that it blocks ISP holders from looking at the internet traffic. So all internet traffic's treated equally. So they can't. Well, they know, judging by the traffic, but they can't do anything about it. Like streaming video takes up a lot of traffic. Spam email takes a lot of traffic. Actually, playing online video games, believe it or not, doesn't take up that much traffic. But they can't distinguish between it. They're not allowed to look at it and say, oh, well, this person's house
So
is
they're
doing a
gonna
lot of streaming.
charge
yeah.
more for the streaming and charge
Yeah,
different prices for
so
different packages.
with net neutrality going away, they're able to look and distinguish. So if they want to, they can charge their consumer more money for streaming.
Or they can zero rate a service like with
Yeah.
Hulu. Like actually, you
like-
kind of get that now a little bit. Now I
I
think about it.
I saw like they were like showing things like what it could be is like, oh, for this package you can get email and
and social media.
social media
yeah.
for this
Yeah,
much,
because like
and
New
then
Zealand,
this much,
Portugal, and all that
yeah.
shit, they've
Like-
got all that. I
Yeah.
mean, and I'm gonna play devil's advocate for a second, just stating the fact that I am for net neutrality, but it's an unknown quantity here in America. So I mean, it could be better for the consumer. It could be like maybe like Verizon's gonna take advantage of this. Like we're gonna charge people more, so maybe Comcast or Time Warner will step up and be like, well, we're not gonna do that and get more customers. I'm not saying that's gonna happen. Probably not gonna happen because Comcast
I feel
is
like
the
they'll
fucking
nickel
devil.
and dime the
Sucks.
shit out
Yeah.
of your internet service. Then you have to pick and choose what
I don't wanna
what's
pick
really
and
important.
choose.
Yeah,
I want to
Yeah.
do whatever I want.
I
I have
mean-
internet ADD.
Because that's the things like
the internet's become so ubiquitous now that it's not even like a specialty service like it used to be in the 90s. It's more like a utility, like say electricity or water.
Yeah.
So there are a lot of things that really depend on that. Like,
yeah. I mean,
I can't think of anything right now, but there's a lot of things that really depend on internet service, and if you can't get the required amount for whatever the service is, you run into a lot of trouble there. So.
exactly, and the fact that like the internet is leaps and bounds of what it used to be. Like back when we were younger, and you were like, oh, I can live without that. You can't now. Like everything's connected. Like your phones are connected. Your fucking fridges and TVs are connected.
You
Which
know,
that's a little weird to me, but yeah.
I remember back when we had that earthquake years ago.
You mean yesterday?
No,
No, that was just Delaware.
in DC. I was at home in my apartment, and my sister was at Panera, and all the phone lines were jammed, and the only way that I could get a hold of her was through Facebook. For some reason, the internet worked,
Mm-hmm.
but the phone lines were all jammed up. So many people were trying to call and stuff, and they were
Yeah.
all down or whatever.
Mhm.
So imagine I couldn't pay for certain things on the internet. And
Like
that
you couldn't-
happened,
like you
and
couldn't
I
get
wouldn't-
Facebook.
Yeah, I couldn't get
Yeah,
Facebook.
you couldn't get
or
Facebook,
whatever.
or you couldn't use Facebook Messenger, but you know.
Yeah, and I would have been totally screwed. I wouldn't know where my sister was.
Mm-hmm.
And that's just like a random instance, but like I thought about that when I heard about it. I was like, God damn it, that would suck.
Yeah, and it's
Yeah.
like Ajit Pai, like Nelson. I've seen your rants on Twitter and
Oh.
Facebook about him, but it's
Oh.
one of those things. It's like who didn't see this coming? He's a former lawyer for the Verizon.
He said going into the job, before he even had the job, that he was going to roll back net neutrality regulations. So I was already afraid of Ajit Pai, and the fact that he got in, I can't even believe it. Because I knew this was eventually going to happen after the dust settled with Trump, relatively speaking, and some semblance of normality came back. He was going to try to get rid of those regulations. And I just don't get it. I don't understand it outside of him just being in, like, Comcast pocket or something like to that effect. It
You mean
just
Verizon's pocket?
is it Verizon,
Yeah,
like
he's
one
a
of those
former
fuckers.
Verizon lawyer.
Yeah, I never really looked into Ajit Pai's background. All I know is what he said going to the job, and I was already concerned.
I mean, the dude looks like a slimy dirtbag.
Yeah, he does, and I just like whenever he opens his mouth, it just makes me angry.
Yeah, and it's one of those things like we're either the light at the end of the tunnel in this, like, or the silver lining, I guess, would be that there's going to be lawsuits about it. And with the lawsuits, hopefully they can get a stay in decision. And if they get a stay in decision, that will mean that net neutrality will stay until there is a decision made and by the courts. So we won't lose anything.
I have a question.
Sure.
Now, I saw an article, I didn't get a chance to read it yet, where it said that that states can't or aren't allowed to pass their own net neutrality rules.
Correct. They cannot.
Why?
Because the FCC is blocking them from
Oh,
doing
yeah.
it.
okay.
Yeah, I didn't get a chance to read the whole article
Holy
for that
shit.
one, so I didn't know why exactly.
Yeah, the FCC is just blocking it because Ajit Pai is a piece of shit.
Yeah. He's, as my rant went, he's such a dickhead, he makes me want to scream. I just don't understand why he's in the position that he's in.
Because he's a crony for Trump.
Yeah. You know, the funny thing is, I haven't heard not a damn thing about Linda McMahon.
Well, yeah, she was the only, like, Trump appointee that was
Actually qualified for
qualified
the
for
job.
the position.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why she passed with, like, resounding freaking, like, almost a unanimous vote from the Senate
Mm-hmm.
committee because they're like, oh, yeah, she makes sense for this job. Like, the only person that makes sense for the job.
Yeah, because everyone else either quits or gets fired at this point.
I saw a thing, it was like Trump cabinet bingo. It was like all the people that get fired.
Get a dot?
You get a dot. Bingo.
That's pretty funny.
I was just looking up your Twitter and I was like, where is he? Oh, yes. Such a dickhead. It makes me want to scream.
Yes, and then there's an
I
article.
see that, yes.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just so, it's crazy to me. I feel like he might be, besides the mooch, the least qualified for their job.
Well,
Or
I would
maybe
say-
not. Maybe not least qualified. Ajit Pai had a very blatant ulterior motive.
Well, I wouldn't say least qualified because, I mean, he's from that sector.
Yeah,
Just maybe with net neutrality's concerns, not the right guy.
yeah,
There's a lot of that, like, maybe they're not the right person going on nowadays. Or they're not the right person to deal with XYZ. It's a lot of that.
yeah. It's. I can't even talk about it anymore.
It's
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 so
insane.
frustrating. to
Oh
me.
shit! More
Bye-bye.
Caragorns.
Oh, by the way, I didn't get a chance to say it. Those things look like Battle Cat.
Yeah, they're Caragorns. They were in the Lord of the Ring movies.
Oh, were they? I don't. It's been a
Yeah,
while.
it's what the Uruk-hai rode into battle
Okay.
when they were going to Rohan.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. I mildly remember.
Yeah,
That
I'm a
was
Lord of
in-
the Rings nerd. God damn, I love Lord. I might watch those movies later. So good. Which reminds me, so in my time hop on Facebook a couple years ago, it popped up when I introduced Sean to the Lord of the Rings movies and just seeing like the pictures and videos I posted of him, especially the Battle of Helm's Deep. Man, his face like
I didn't
lit up.
know
He was
you
like,
showed him those movies."
Shit's about to get real. I gotta say, the Battle of Helm's Deep, like the lead up to it, where you got all the Uruk-hai like storming Helm's Deep's walls, is to me one of the best cinematic moments in movie history. It's just so epic.
I do believe Hawkeye borrowed some moves from Legolas in that movie. Because didn't Legolas actually pull the stab you with the arrow, then fire again?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah, I think he did that a few times, and I do remember Hawkeye doing that at least once.
Well, I
in
mean,
the
Tony Stark
Avengers.
refers to him as Legolas
Yeah, also very
in
true.
Avengers. He also calls Thor Point Break, which gets brought up again in Thor Ragnarok, which is freaking hilarious.
It's awesome.
I enjoyed Ragnarok.
Yeah,
Ragnarok
it was very
fantastic.
enjoyable. I love that movie. Though I need to see it again.
I need to watch it again.
Yeah.
I was sitting, you know that like group of chairs that's literally right in front of the screen. I was sitting in like the second row back.
Oh.
so I
So
was like
sorry.
this the entire.
Oh
time
yeah, so you
for
pretty much you're
Ragnarok. So I didn't like I saw the movie, but I didn't see the movie.
you're waiting for that crick in your neck.
Well, I got my movie pass. Let's go.
Okay.
Not tonight because I'm gonna be drunk by the end of this podcast.
Hmm.
But that might actually be fun.
Seeing Ragnarok
Thor
hammered.
Ragnarok.
Yeah.
I
Um,
liked the Led Zeppelin at the beginning. That made me feel
Oh,
so
that reminds me. I
happy.
don't know if I brought this up on the podcast.
Mm.
So Sean loved that Immigrant Song so much, which, by the way, it took them fucking way too long to have Immigrant Song in
In a
Thor
Thor
movie. Considering,
movie.
like, with AC/DC, with
With Iron Man.
Iron Man, I was like, man, they really need some Led Zeppelin. But, yeah, so the entire ride home from the theater, I just put on Led Zeppelin for Sean. That's all I wanted to listen
Wasn't
to.
Immigrant Song on one of the rock bands?
Yes.
It
Wait.
might have been.
And the game?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
So I feel like we played that before.
I think it was
I
Guitar
know it was
Hero.
on Guitar Hero.
I don't think it was in
Guitar
Rock Band. Oh,
Okay.
no, they got big car guns. I don't think any Led Zeppelin has been on Rock Band, which is a fucking shame.
It's trash. Love
But
Led Zeppelin.
I do love Led Zeppelin. In fact, one of my... did, you
Oh,
ever
it was
watch,
Judas Priest that they had on Rock
Yeah.
Band too.
did you ever watch that 70s show?
Mm-hmm. When I was in high school.
Dude, it's one of my favorite shows. Like, I constantly watch... Like, I'll always watch all the Christmas episodes
I don't
around the
remember
holidays.
a lot of it. I
They're
really
some
know
of my
that I
favorite.
watched it, but I don't remember.
Well, one of my favorite lines from it, you know Hyde, the guy with the longer hair. After Donna first got the job at the radio station, she was saying, like, yeah, most of my... Because she was the late night DJ. She's like, yeah, most of my audience is burnout and stuff like that. And then they all look at Hyde. He goes, play more Zeppelin.
I
and that-
did like that show.
It is so good. Well, Comedy Central plays it around lunchtime every day. And that's when I do my runs. So I put it on the TV when I'm on the treadmill, and I listen to my music, and it has the subtitles up, so... I just watch.
I can't watch TV or anything when I'm running on a treadmill. I have to have the screen off because it drives me nuts for some reason. Like, I'll listen to certain songs that have, like, the tempo that I need to run at, but that's pretty much about it. Like, I can't watch TV, news, nothing.
I actually used to be the exact opposite.
Get fucking irritated.
Well, see, TV can't be my main distraction. I gotta have music, because music keeps my, keeps me up.
Well, what I used to do.
But
was
I
used to
don't
do,
mind having the TV
comedy.
on.
I get too anxious. Like, when I start running, I'll get really, really nervous. Like, oh god, I have to keep doing this for a while. And I'll get, like, actually nervous. And so, like, I have, like, workout anxiety. Like, just the thought of working out makes me super nervous for some reason. And so, like I'll start getting, like anxiety, like, legit anxiety. And so, like, I have to listen to some really good music that I'm super interested in to, like, kind of combat that. So, and TV doesn't do that for me at all. Because I'm like, oh god, this is gonna hurt. I hate it. I don't like it. I'm gonna puke.
Yeah, I used to have to throw on movies in college to just get through my run. I just really don't like running.
I was decent at running. Like, I was on track when I was in high school.
Well, that's the irony. I was in
all
track.
sorts of stuff. Yeah.
in middle school.
When I would run no problem, but now I have a hip problem, but I still try running anyway because I kind of enjoy it. I know, like, when I'm actually, like, going through a really bad time or something like that, like, I'm really frustrated or, like, kind of depressed or anxious about something, I'll literally just go run. Just for, like, an hour. Just buy and run away. And
I'm the same
it's
way.
like how I'll deal with things that are, like, truly, like, really getting me down. So it's pretty nice to do that, but otherwise I hate it.
I'm the same way. If I'm, like, really stressed out, I'll go run 10 miles.
Yeah.
And I don't even think about it. Like, it's not even like, oh, I'm setting out to run 10 miles. I will just go run, and I'll be like, holy shit, I'm
Yeah.
like 5 miles from home.
Like, I hadn't ran in a really long time, and then I was going through a really crappy part of my life, and then all of a sudden, like, just one day I was like, I'm going on a run, and I just went out for, like,
You did
3
the
or
Forrest
4
Gump,
miles.
and you just ran to
Yeah,
California.
I did the Forrest Gump, and I just kept running and running and running. And I was like, I'm tired, I think I'll go home now.
My mama said these are my special shoes. They would take me anywhere.
My dad calls me Forrest Gump all the time. Because
I don't think he means it enduring, though.
he doesn't.
Oh.
It's okay.
Rude. If
You're
you
special.
see this, you're rude.
Dad, you're rude. But you don't ever watch.
So
I don't think you know who these people are who I'm podcasting with. And
These
you
are my
don't-
friends.
And you don't care. But these are my friends, Dad.
These
And
are
you
my-
can't stop me from being friends with them.
They like me.
They don't call me Forrest. Well, not to my face, at least.
Yeah.
Oh.
They call me names when I'm not around.
Exactly, because we're
'Cause they're
gentlemen.
real friends. They're so nice.
We're gentlemen, and that's what gentlemen do.
They wait.
Exactly. Blow those motherfuckers up.
Ooh, on
Ooh.
fire.
Oh, you got him before he died from the fire.
Exactly. That
Sucking
was
his
the
soul
whole
out
plan.
his body.
Gotta learn some intel.
Does he have
Gom.
it?
He does.
He's pretty.
Why is he the sweet?
The sweet.
Crackhorn the sweet.
I don't know. I
Jim
hopefully
Crack
won't-
Corn and I don't care.
I
Is
hope
that
I
the
don't
song?
meet him when the sound's off because I'm sure he'll have a very... Because some of the ones with interesting names usually have like really cool speeches to tell.
Oh.
I don't care about your speeches.
Damn, girl. So, alright, we're done talking about net neutrality. That was a
Yeah, that's been gone.
great discussion.
Yeah.
But we do have some fun things to talk about. Like the
Yes.
Avengers trailer! Yeah! Which I hope you all watched my son's reaction to the Avengers trailer.
It
Because that
was
was...
super precious.
It was great. Like, his reaction to the Guardians is my
That
favorite.
was actually great. Though
He was
I
in
could
the-
imagine it.
Yeah, he was in the middle of saying something. He goes, "I don't understand." Wow! He screamed.
Because the funny thing is, like, right before that, I'm like, I'm not getting anything out of this kid. Like, I was expecting, like, because there's moments he gets excited, but he doesn't act like an idiot, like a lot of adults who do the reaction videos.
Well, they're trying to get more followers.
I know. So I was like, that's why I wasn't going to do it with Nelson. I was like, well, I don't want to act like a fool, because the one thing, like, yes, I'll kind of play bits up for podcasts, stuff like that, like, especially if I'm playing, like, Devil's Advocate. But I'm not going to act like a complete and utter moron
That's like
reacting to a trailer.
that one guy that
I think he saw you.
laughs
Yep,
at
he did.
everything.
I'm trying to get off this goddamn wall.
There's some dude that finds internet videos and it shows his reactions and he just laughs at everything. I can't remember what his name is, but it's like some of it is really funny, but other times I'm just like, okay, it's not even that funny. You're just overreacting.
Are you talking about Daniel Tosh?
No, not
Yeah.
him.
No, because Daniel Tosh is a godsend.
Ooh.
You know, one thing
Oh, that guy.
I am surprised that Sean said, he goes, "I don't like his face, it's weird," about Thanos. I am so with him. He looks like Bruce Willis with a square jawline. That's what Thanos looks
There's
like.
been a lot of memes.
Like the kid with the baby with the fist clench. And it's like, and this is him grown up. And it was
Yeah,
Thanos
did you
with
feel
the-
old yet?
Oh, yeah.
My favorite is it's a side, they do a side by side comparison with Joss Whedon, and it was like, damn, Marvel did everything they could to turn Joss Whedon into a villain once he started doing DC movies.
I hadn't seen that one. Oh,
they
man.
did change Thanos' face from the first one that they showed him in.
Oh yeah, well the first one and in the
He
Guardians.
was very blocky.
well, it
before.
looked almost exactly like he did in the comics.
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah.
I don't know why they made him look like Bruce Willis now. That's
Yeah, it's
basically what he looks
really weird.
like. So I agree with Sean. Good job.
Though it was funny, like somebody, I can't remember what I was watching, but somebody said like, yeah, it looks like you caught Thanos after the gym. In his gym clothes. Let him put on his crown, let him put on his armor.
You know what? I don't get, like, being on these Karagorns was so much, like, more devastating than the first game. I think that's the one thing I don't like, because they make you use, like, this elf spear that you, like, generate. It was much easier to hack people down with your sword.
Yeah, your battle cat's now dead.
Yeah. Like, I almost never
he
lost the
died.
Karagorn in the first game. So I guess they had to make it a little bit difficult, but
I
it
guess.
seems way too difficult now. Oh, cool, though.
Yeah, watch out for Cork.
I do like how I somehow, like, possessed one of those Karagons, and he's just fighting alongside of me now.
Nice. I didn't even see you do that for that Karagor.
It was an accident. Like, I saw me do it, but it was kill him.
Oh, he's running. He's running. Don't let him get away. Oh, come on now.
Dang it.
He did.
Ever since I updated my iOS, my phone is trash.
Well, it's because you have an Apple, but that's a different story.
I like apples, but it's complete trash now. I have a 6S, and I updated the
That's
other
because
day.
they want you to buy the X. So
They
they're
do. They do
destroying
it on
everything.
purpose, you a-holes. I'm onto you, Apple. They do that on purpose, and so it's been freezing like crazy.
I
It's
haven't
been-
updated to that.
Damn it.
I know. I updated the other day, and it's draining my
Oh,
battery like
I'm not
crazy.
gonna.
Everything. It's horrible. Don't.
Well, if it's draining your battery, 'cause I had this problem with my 6S, the 9 months I had an Apple phone. Go in and check all your apps, and because every time you update your iOS, it like pretty much sets every app to like maximum drain your battery.
So stupid.
So you have to turn all that background stuff off.
I don't want a new phone. This one's new. And I have to restart it every single time I try to push buttons and it doesn't work, and I try to turn it off and it doesn't work, so I have to reset it. I've reset it like 5 times after updating, and I've only had to reset my phone like once before, ever. And I've had to reset it like 5 times so far since I updated like less than a week ago. It's horrible. So now I have to get a freaking new phone probably.
I actually had to freaking re-download Facebook on my phone because like Facebook after last night would not update anymore, and so I had to like just uninstall it. And I tried everything to like get Facebook working on my phone, so I had to uninstall that shit and then reinstall it. Now it's fine.
Yeah, see, I just had to freaking restart my phone. Not even just turn it on and off, just like reset it. It's the only thing that works. Stupid. Don't do it.
I wasn't planning on it.
Yeah, I've heard nothing but bad things about the
terrible.
latest update.
It's because they want you to freaking buy new phones, and I don't want to buy a new phone. I don't. It's crap city.
Yeah, I'm not due for a new phone for another year, so I'm not going to.
Well, Amazon does their holiday giveaways, so I definitely signed up to try to win a Pixel 2 XL. I was like, I wasn't going to upgrade my Pixel to a Pixel 2, but if I win one, I will. So Avengers. So I've got a couple theories. I wrote them down. Like, in part of the trailer, you see like a big hole in the ceiling, and you see Bruce Banner on the ground. So it looks like Thanos probably threw him off.
Which, if
Thor's ship.
if that happened, that's going to be a very interesting scene to see.
Yeah, it definitely will be. And what's kind of cool about that is because, the Silver Surfer is owned by Fox.
Yeah.
With the Fantastic Four and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
So he's kind of taking the place of the Silver Surfer as far as the Herald going. Because in the original Infinity Gauntlet, it's Silver Surfer who crashes through the Sanctum Sanctorum.
Yeah, I actually saw someone say something about that online. I was like, okay.
To warn everybody. And so it might be Bruce Banner. But I think that possibly, that maybe the Hulk and Bruce Banner get split. Because it's happened a couple times in the comics.
I was about to ask, did that happen in the comics?
Oh, it's happened
But
several
how
times
does
in the
that
comics.
happen?
There's never really... That guy's stuck. Let me go do him a favor and murder him.
Die.
Oh, yeah, he's... Oh,
Oh, no! It's a fucking troll!
He's unstuck! He's unstuck!
Yeah. Well, that...
Retreat!
No good deed goes unpunished, Josh.
I helped you, you son of a bitch.
Now he's gonna help you die.
Oh, no! He's behind me!
You should have tried to, like, brainwash him or whatever that shit is.
You can't.
Oh, you can't? Well, then you're screwed.
Your puny little arrows.
Oh, no, I killed him with that arrow to the head.
Oh, good job. Good show.
Oh, that guy.
But, like, 4 more guys showed up in his place.
They did.
Yeah, but none of them are as badass as he is.
Oh, that guy definitely is not.
You look like you're on fire on the inside.
Oh, man. Oh, I was like, what is that guy doing?
He's charging at me, but he don't know. Come get yourself some!
Oh!
Sword
through
to
the
the
mouth.
fucking head.
Through the mouth.
This game has some of the best kills.
Yeah.
You want to throw spears like a bitch?
Yes, he does. Did you cut his arm off?
I did. Try throwing spears without an arm.
You can't.
Exactly.
Oh, man.
I wish I was in games more. I have played
You should
video
buy
games in
Overwatch.
the past. I have an Xbox and everything, and when I'm using it for my Netflix, I see Josh pop on all the time, or Sean, rather, a lot of the time. But I have played, like, back when I first got one, it was like all I would play was like Left 4 Dead.
Left 4 Dead's awesome.
And that game was awesome. And then I played that Star Wars game, Force Unleashed.
Nelson loves that game.
I did like that game. and then I would play random.
I actually started it
games.
again.
Actually, that Batman game I played, and I have that one, and then I had the what's that one game with like Wonder Woman and Harley Quinn and
Injustice?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've got Injustice too.
I had
We were
that
playing
too.
that last week.
But I don't really get into games. The only game I've ever gotten into is WoW.
Such
I
a
was
nerd.
World of Warcraft. I was like obsessed with World of Warcraft for a while, and that was
Yeah.
literally all I did for just months on end.
That game was not for me.
Really?
Yeah, I
It was-
tried
Yeah,
it.
I tried. I did try it, and I was like,
I
"This is
love
kind of
that
cool,"
game.
but I was like, I just couldn't get into it.
I would sit and play it for hours on end every single day.
I was
and
not a fan of gigantic rats that I had to kill just to get money.
No, I was obsessed with it, and then my computer crapped out.
Oh, I was a little too close to that.
You think?
Good job.
Oh, you want to use a shield like a bitch.
Oh, he's successfully using that shield right now.
Because he's a bitch.
Well, now you got him. Oh.
Bye bye.
Watch it. He's coming for you, Josh. No!
Oh!
Around.
Did you not see that?
I did. I thought I could collect the money, and I did collect the money, so it did work.
You were cutting it really close there, sir.
Hey, that provides entertainment for
Oh,
our
I
fans.
wanted that orc to fall off the fucking wall.
Oh, he's
Oh,
climbing.
dude!
Aim faster.
That arrow is sticking out of his face. Oh, my
Oh,
gosh!
he
you're
does
gonna
not like to be
die.
climbed.
We throw you into fire. Fire bad.
That was not his head.
You stab in the arm. Woo!
Oh, you cut his hand off.
that, like-
What?
What?
I might have to get this game.
Did that just like cauterize the second it fell off?
What are you doing?
Try not to get hit by spears. Someone was dead.
Oh,
Yeah, I'm gonna have to run. Oh no! Okay,
Not
good.
into the
Yeah,
fire.
I'm gonna run into the fire. Good show.
Jeez,
Hey, start singing the Ed Sheeran song.
I don't listen to the radio. I don't know any
I don't
of
remember
It's
those
from
what
the
song you're
it's
talking
from the
about.
Hobbit
new
movie.
kid things.
Oh, I don't know how that song goes.
I have it. I love that song.
I only listen.
I
to
heard it
this-
like the one time.
I listen
Oh,
to the
it's
same
on, but-
Pandora station every single day.
Bitch,
That's all I do.
give me your life.
Is that fine? Have it.
Got some back.
And he just took an arrow to the knee.
Okay, Banner Hulk Buster.
Yeah, it's obviously Bruce Banner and the Hulkbuster.
Yeah,
As you
because
see
the
in
way
show.
that the Hulkbuster was moving was very Hulk-like.
Yeah.
And then what surprised me was, and it wasn't everybody online, but some people online missed the fact that in the one scene where he's talking to, I think, some Wakandan, the Hulkbuster's arm was like right there in the scene. I was like, how did you miss that?
Mm.
It's right there. And that'll be interesting. Like, I don't know how that shakes out in my mind. Like, why, if it's Bruce Banner in the Hulkbuster, why does he move like the Hulk? I don't quite understand that part.
Because reasons.
But, you know, I'm guessing
We'll
that
find
they'll,
out.
they'll
Maybe it's
somewhat
the Hulk
explain.
in the Hulkbuster to create the ultimate Hulk.
That was also
Hulk to
said
Hulk.
online, which would also be interesting. Because someone was like, why can't he stack up? Why can't he just stack that on top of what he's already got? Which, that'd be interesting. But I think it's a little unnecessary. Because he'd only add a little bit and then he just gets angry enough to be
Yeah.
as powerful. So,
Beat him with my ghost hammer.
which I was not expecting a claw hammer. I was expecting like a war hammer.
I think that's my favorite thing to do is just beat them with my ghost hammer. Because that's got to be a brutal death to be beaten to death with a hammer.
Yeah, all I imagine is
Like,
they
it's one thing to get
interrupted you
stabbed in the
hanging
face,
up like
but
pictures
just, like,
or something.
5 hits with a hammer to the head. That's just mean.
Yeah.
And the hammer would probably get stuck a few times.
Well, if you use the claw.
The claw.
Oh, I'm just gonna get you.
Speaking of that,
Ooh, the claw.
so this has nothing to do with anything topical. In Dumb and Dumber, or not Dumb and Dumber, I'm sorry. In freaking Liar Liar, like that's a shitty ending to a movie because Jim Carrey's an asshole. Like he deserves to be divorced. Like he deserves not to see his kid that often because he's a shitty ex-husband and a shitty dad. Carrie Elways is a fantastic father, and he gets shafted. That is some
It
bullshit.
doesn't matter. She don't love him. She don't like him. He's too nice. She wants a badass.
Well, why is she going for Jim Carrey? He ain't a badass either.
He's better at the end. He
I
ultimately
I don't
shows
remember
that he cares.
anything about this movie.
I love Liar Liar. I love that movie. I
saw
love
this
Jim
movie.
Carrey
I saw that movie
so
once.
much. Actually, he's in that new movie. What is it called? Where he's
Is it a new movie?
what's it called? Yeah. I was just talking to somebody about it the other day. He's in a new movie. It's like on Netflix or something.
Oh, Jim and Andy?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a documentary.
Yeah, the documentary.
Yeah, I actually watched that the other night.
It's about Andy
I wanna-
Kaufman.
I
Yeah,
really
about
wanna-
him playing Andy Kaufman.
Yeah, I want to watch.
Because
that.
apparently he went
Method.
yeah, he went Daniel Day-Lewis. And it was really weird to see. And I didn't realize that Andy Kaufman was like really close to Danny DeVito. Like I just didn't realize that.
Well, they were in Taxi together for years.
Yeah, I mean,
so-
I knew that. I understood it. It's just I just never realized it. Because whenever I think of Andy Kaufman, I think of that weird documentary from like the '80s about his feud with Jerry Lawler. They used to play that on Comedy Central every once in a while back in the day, and I just don't remember what that's called. But that's all I ever really think of when I think of Andy Kaufman. It's
Oh, that was a
him
great
versus-
feud. That was.
Yeah, him versus Jerry Lawler, but specifically from the documentary about Andy Kaufman versus Jerry Lawler. So it wasn't actually from that feud because I wasn't watching. Well, I don't think we were live, were we?
If we were.
We were like babies, probably, right?
Yeah, we were really young. So it was. I want to say it was early '80s. It might have been late '70s.
Yeah, it was either late
He
70s
died
or
in
early.
'84.
Yeah, so.
Oh, so yeah, it had to be late 70s then.
Late
because-
'70s, early '80s.
Yeah.
Was not alive.
Oh, fuck you, youngin. Rona!
I'm 30. Not that young.
That guy looks like Evil Ash from
Yeah,
Army of
I know.
Darkness. Oh, where did those guys come from?
They all came up.
They all descended upon your position?
Get some elfin rage in you.
Oh, jeez.
Get it!
Jesus, there's like 4 of you.
Oh, yeah, just one more thing from...
That motherfucker's dead.
One more thing from...
He joined the fight. I bet he regrets it.
Jim and Andy is Jim Carrey had a fantastic beard. That thing was like a foot long.
Yeah, I've seen him lately with that beard.
Yeah, I was like, that is an awesome beard. It is like 7 inches long. It's got a lot of gray in it. I was like, that's awesome.
And now you're dead too. Get
Who
your
else
hand-
might die in the Avengers?
Hostile takeover.
Who do you think might die? You have it written on the board.
I don't like. It's really hard to say who might die. Like I've heard a lot of theories that
yeah.
Spider-Man might die.
I've heard
And I'm
Cap
like-
might die.
He's new and he's got another movie coming out.
Yeah.
Well, when
I
I
like
hear
that
about
Spider-Man, by
when
the
I
way.
hear about Spider-Man dying, it's always prefaced with, and then
They can bring him back with the time stone.
yeah, they're gonna use the
Yeah.
Eye of Agamotto to reverse time, and then something will happen, and Strange will lose that.
I really enjoy this Spider-Man actor. And
Tom Holland.
Yes, so much.
Everything
I think
I've
he's
liked
the
about
best.
the thing I've loved most about Tom Holland being Spider-Man is that they don't give him scripts because he spoils things.
What?
Because he's a teenager. He can't keep his mouth shut. So
I
he's,
love that.
so he's
much.
constantly like accidentally spoiling shit in the movie.
Oh,
He's a shithead.
did you see his video for the poster reveal?
That's so
Yeah, I
funny.
did.
He's like, this is from Mark Ruffalo. Oh, this is really dope. And he's this little note, and on the backside, it says confidential.
Like, don't show anybody.
Don't show anybody. Like he says that he shows that to the camera while he's reading the note on the back. And he turns around and he's like, "Oh shit!"
Oh my god, that's
Well,
so funny.
My favorite part about that is because Mark Ruffalo accidentally like Instagram live like the first 10 minutes of Thor Ragnarok.
Seriously?
Just the audio, not
Not the video.
not the video, because he left Instagram live on in his pocket.
On accident?
Yeah, on accident, because he was doing it for the red carpet and shit like that.
Oh
Yeah.
no.
And so after that happened, Tom Holland tweeted out, "Hey Marvel, can I get the rest of the script to Infinity War? Obviously, I'm not the worst leak we have."
I do remember
That's
hearing
so
about
funny.
I liked
That
it
makes
when
me
he,
like that guy even more now.
I liked it when he Instagrammed from that gigantic Marvel photo shoot. That was kind of funny. Because, like, it was like 30 seconds in, he's like, what are you doing? You can't do that.
It's like, but it's cool. That's what I would be a really horrible, like, I'd be horrible about that. I'm, like, if I were to ever be famous for any reason, I would probably end up doing something stupid like leaving my Instagram live on, or, like, drunk Instagram living and linking everything.
I would just give false information.
Yeah, I would constantly be giving false information out.
Yeah.
I would constantly I would make it seem like an accident. Like in an interview, I was like, man, this is my last movie. They kill me off. Oh, nothing. Oh, the best. So after Infinity.
It tested really well when Superman showed up. I mean, wait, what?
More from the Avengers Infinity E3 thing. Another one of my favorite videos is they were interviewing a bunch of them like separately.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing Tom Holland and Benedict Cumberbatch. And like the dude asked Benedict Cumberbatch or asked Tom Holland a question. I can't remember exactly what it was about, but Tom Holland's literally about to give away a spoiler, and Benedict Cumberbatch interrupts like, it was great working with Tom. And just like cuts him off. And then
saves the poor boy.
And then Tom realizes what he was about to do, and he just like clams up real quick. And then the actor who plays Falcon comes in, and he brings Tom Holland some juice. He's like, he gets really cranky if he doesn't get a nap and juice.
Oh my gosh, that's so funny. Now I really like that guy.
Well, what's crazy to me is that he can do a lot of acrobatics too.
Yeah,
like,
he's a gymnast.
Yeah, because I didn't know that like with him going in. I saw on his Instagram him doing like Spider-Man like flips. So he can do a fair amount of his own stunts probably. But I'm sure there's a lot of CGI that still comes with Spider-Man.
Oh yeah.
Especially
The
from
suit.
the trailer with his Iron Spider suit.
Yeah, I
Which-
saw that. That's crazy.
I'm not sure if I like that suit.
It's interesting to see.
I don't like it as his main suit. I don't mind for him using it
for like battle, like
for, like,
specific
Avengers or
for
whatever.
like
Yeah.
a huge battle or something.
But yeah,
like
if we're doing like, you know, regular Spider-Man movie, I don't want to see him in it.
Yeah.
It's like only for special circumstances when he's really getting messed
Like when he
up.
needs the extra protection or extra help
Yeah.
or whatever. Because he does get choke slammed by Thanos in that.
Yeah, I
freaking
saw. I was like, well, he's in that suit too when that
Yeah.
happens.
Yeah,
so
a lot of
I'm
people
assuming
theorizing
that
like he dies and that's who Tony's crying about, and then one scene returns like that.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't think they kill Spider-Man off. I think your best chances for a death are Cap and Tony. I think those are your two best chances at someone dying.
Yeah, that's what I would think. But I still think that they might actually use that Eye of Agamotto.
They might.
To,
I mean, well,
to at least go back to a previous time, and that will probably play a role in the fourth Avengers movie.
yeah, because they're already filming that now.
Mm.
And the thing we see Tony, and then I think the only person I haven't seen like in the fourth one is Chris Evans. So, but I've tried to avoid all photo leaks of that.
Yeah, I don't look
really
at those.
want any spoilers for the most part.
I don't look at any Avengers related articles unless it's something interesting to me. Like I'm like, okay, I don't think I'll get any spoilers out of this.
Yeah, and it's not even like I'm spoiler sensitive. Like I can kind of predict, just being a writer. I kind of know where movies and books and things are going. Like once I get like a quarter of the way into it, I kind of know how it's going to play out.
Yeah.
But I want to be surprised by story elements.
Oh yeah.
Because there's always that like, how do we get there moment, and I want to be surprised by those
you don't want to like
moments.
figure it out before it happens.
Yeah, because I think one of the worst things Justice League did with their promotion was letting us know Superman was going to be in it.
Well, yeah, but that also came at the end of friggin' Batman v Superman.
Well, I know, but I mean, they still could have left it a secret. I mean,
they should have. But,
but I think what had happened with the whole Justice League thing was some stupid executive in Warner Brothers like read a BuzzFeed article like, do you know the most recognizable symbol after Mickey Mouse is the Superman symbol? Put that in the advertisement everywhere. It's like yes, I knew Superman was going to make it into that film, but you know, like my son probably didn't because he's 9 and he doesn't. You know, he's a smart kid, but he doesn't pick up on these story cues because he's a kid. He gets lost in the entertainment. So it's just like, You're kind of ruining it for everybody.
I didn't even
Yeah.
see Batman versus Superman because
Lucky you.
I hate the idea of Ben Affleck as Superman or as Batman,
Batman.
so badly.
Well, I hate him as the idea of Superman too, but
Well, yeah, that's it. But as Batman so badly that I was just like, no, I'm not even watching this. This is dumb. And then when I went to watch the Justice League, I was like, yeah, obviously, you know. But
Well, I think Ben Affleck could have been a better Batman with a better director.
why do they need to do that freaking Batman voice?
Oh,
well, his
Why?
is like as a robotic thing.
yeah,
Yeah,
his,
but
it's
why-
a voice
why-
changer. I don't know.
Does it
Well,
need to be so shitty?
If you
Like,
you got to think of it though, like
he's
Bruce
trying
Wayne.
to hide himself. I
Yeah,
know,
he's a big
but
public figure. Like if one of us was Batman, we would have to hide our voices because we only have 70 subscribers. No one knows who the fuck we are. Don't
yeah,
care.
no, it doesn't need to sound like almost like it was more like you could understand what he was saying more.
You just want
This
Kevin
time,
Conroy's
but, like,
voice. It's okay.
so
We all
Yeah,
want
it's just
Kevin
like-
Conroy's voice.
It's just like deepen
I
your voice
can't
up a little
deal
bit, or
with
do
it.
the whisper like Michael Keaton did.
Yeah.
Oh, that was good.
Yeah, it's,
I wasn't. I'm still not a fan of Ben Affleck.
no, and that's the thing. Is like after Batman vs Superman, I was like, oh, he's the best Batman. And I was like, is he?
Really?
I think people get
Who
caught
said that?
a lot of
A
people.
lot of people
Idiots.
say that.
And the
It's-
thing is,
it-
like,
it's
I think
so
they get
weird
caught
to
up because, like, I think this is the best looking Batman suit we've
I
gotten.
did like that. Although
I-
Aquaman's like bat.
Eh,
I get it.
God.
But I didn't really like. I think Jason Momoa's suit's hot, but his character was really weird in Justice
Yeah,
League.
I'm not a big Jason Momoa fan. Like, I didn't like his take on Conan, which is not his fault. He was a young actor then. I was never really into Khal Drago in Game of Thrones. I was like,
He
he's
wasn't
just
even on to
he.
that
I was
one.
like, he's just a brute. Like, I get it. Women find him hot. That doesn't make him a good actor. It doesn't make his character more appealing.
Yeah, and you know, in Justice League, all he had were those lines that was like, kind of like the sidekick lines, like, "All right," and like, "Let's
Yeah.
go."
My man.
Yeah, like, and that's so annoying. I hate those lines.
And just
but-
think, he's gonna get his own Aquaman.
I
movie.
know he is, and those
From the director of the Fast and the Furious movies.
those contacts I couldn't deal with either.
See,
They were
I don't
too
know
awful.
how Justice League movies or an Aquaman movie is gonna work, just because like all the scenes underwater, like when he was at
That
Atlantis,
was cool though. I liked
it was cool looking, but I don't know if I could do a whole movie like that though.
I
That's
thought
the
you were
thing
gonna
is,
say, I don't know how you can do an entire Aquaman movie without Vinny Chase.
exactly. Hashtag my Aquaman, Vincent Chase. Hashtag Entourage. Hashtag Carl Drago's.
You
not
know,
my Aquaman.
I
Hashtags
might actually
don't
watch.
work
I
in
might
videos.
actually watch freaking Entourage.
I thought about watching those episodes, the Aquaman episodes, the other day.
They're on Amazon.
Well, I think I own those too. I think I made it that far in the DVDs when I was buying them.
I will watch the Aquaman movie, but also because that chick Amber Heard is super hot.
She's hot. She's a terrible. Have you seen have you seen Drive Angry?
Maybe.
It's a good band.
It's where Nick Cage plays the guy who comes back from hell to save a baby.
It's a better version of Ghost
Oh!
Rider.
I love Ghost Rider.
We are
I
so
love
watching that movie in this podcast. So you got to see Drive Angry. It is one of the.
It's basically it's if Nicolas Cage was the Ghost Rider that drove the car instead of the motorcycle.
It's one of the best B movies ever made.
Okay, well, I need to watch it then. I have seen Amber Heard was in something else, but she's super hot as Mira. Like
She's just
that-
hot. Period.
Well, yeah, she is. I think she's hotter with her red hair as Mira.
Let's see. The only things I've seen her in are Pineapple Express and Zombieland.
Maybe I saw her from
You
Zombie.
will Drive Angry also. You've seen
Oh,
Drive
it's, yeah,
Angry.
Drive
I was
Angry.
like we just talking about.
I
What
forgot
else
about
were you
Drive
in?
Angry.
Oh, look, Hot Topic money.
Coupons.
Hot Topic
Coupons.
monies.
Hot cash.
The hot cash.
My
'Cause
man.
I bought
Jesus
a Rick
Christ.
and
I think
Morty
from
shirt.
now on in this podcast, I'm just gonna
My man.
every time someone says something like this,
I hate
like,
that.
my man.
I hate that. It's so annoying.
He's gonna forget that next week.
No, I'm not, because I've been saying my man all week since I saw Justice League.
Ah,
Because it's such a cheesy, stupid line, but it brings a smile to my face just how bad it is.
When he was
oh, you mean like Mojo Rawley?
Yeah.
when he was sitting on the her lasso of truth or whatever, like I didn't even like come across that he might I kind of thought he was sitting on it, but like he didn't really do a good job of delivering that whole scene.
No, he did
was
not have
kind
that
of,
good punchline.
awkward, yeah.
Yeah.
And I was not a fan of that.
I did like the one line though. Our people have always kind of like butted heads, but I wasn't alive.
Oh, she's in Magic Mike. and The
Haven't seen that.
That's
Stepfather.
Nelson's favorite movie.
And
No, it's not.
and I've seen The Ward as well.
I haven't even heard of that one.
She's in Friday Night Lights, I guess.
You're like Amber Heard's biggest
Oh.
fan. Amber Heard, hit
I'm-
us up.
Yeah, what's up, girl? What's up? Spin. I remember.
What in the world is that?
It's a bunch of like.
We
old
can't make it through a
shitty
single
movies.
podcast without someone going to IMDb for something. Always happens.
It's never me because my phone is right there.
I know. Well, it's always like we bring up an actor and none of us can remember the names and it bugs the shit out of me.
I'm
It's like, gotta
so
find
bad at actors and
Dude,
actresses. Like you could say
I
somebody
feel
super famous.
I feel
and that.
helpless when we need to go to IMDb and I just look at my phone like
You're
I'm
like,
doing right now. I'm like,
Tell me.
you're right there.
Tell me. I turned off Hey Siri because my phone was listening to everything that I was
I
saying.
hope you didn't just set off mine.
That'd be great. Oh, that'd be terrible because you're filming.
Yeah, I'm gonna
But
get up and
doesn't it-
check,
Yeah, go check.
but it shouldn't because her voice isn't mine. Yeah. Okay. We're good.
Well, I turned it off because.
Oh, and I'm on airplane mode, so it wouldn't work,
Oh.
or at least it shouldn't.
Well, good.
Yeah, because you're disconnected from the internet, so.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I would talk about things. I was literally talking about. What was it? Oh, I was talking about going to Germany with this guy.
I'm sorry, it's called Deutschland?
Deutschland. I was talking about going to Germany with this guy that I work with, and for probably about like 30 minutes, I was talking about like all the places I've been in Germany
Oh,
and
you're
where I would
telling me
like to
about
go.
this.
And then all of a sudden, I bring up Instagram 20 minutes after we're done with our conversation, and ads for Lufthansa popped up on my Instagram feed. Sponsored ads for like traveling to Germany, and I'm like, F you, Instagram. And then a couple days
really
before,
creepy,
a couple
actually.
days before that, I was talking about Oreos because I freaking love Oreos, and
That's racist, but go on.
Oh,
why
what?
is it gotta be a race thing?
What?
I love Oreos. And so I was talking about them, and then all of a sudden, like a day later, an ad for Oreo Thins popped up in my Instagram.
Now, were you talking about these things out loud?
Yes.
Okay.
Well, what always irritated me
What
about
shit?
what Surrey is because I call Nelson Sason all the time because
Yeah.
we met in ROTC, so, you know, they call you by
Aw,
their last
that's
names. So I always call him Sason.
Do they call them by their last names?
Yeah, they do like the
GC
military.
in the army and
Shut
military?
your goddamn
Do they
mouth.
do that?
All right,
I don't-
hippie.
What?
I was telling for the audience because they don't know. They're a bunch of burnouts.
That's-
I imagine
although
most of our
I'm
audience. I imagine our audience is a good 50% burnouts and children.
No.
Because I'm pretty
I
sure that's
told
the
my
only
friend-
people who find us
I
funny.
told my friend Beth that I couldn't hang out with her tonight because I was doing a podcast. She was super excited. She goes, "What podcast?" So now you might have one more person. Everyone wave hi to Beth.
Beth,
Hi, Beth.
I better see 71 subscribers when I check the dashboard later today.
I'm gonna
It
tell her
better
about
happen.
Hey, like the last 3 were from me, so it's okay.
Better happen, Beth. Oh yeah, so I would just yell to Nelson like, "Hey, Sason," and Surrey would go off on my phone. I was like, "Not even fucking close, you stupid bitch."
Jesus.
I don't-
So angry
No.
about.
But now I'm paranoid because your voice is actually closer to mine.
Oh, well, will it do that even if? Oh yeah, I guess. Why don't you?
No.
See, I want to see if anything that you talk about ever will pop up on your Instagram sponsored feeds. You should check.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep
Just
an eye on that. But the problem
do it.
is, when I see ads, it's usually like jackets on Instagram, and I'm like, ooh, I like that jacket. Ooh, I like that jacket. Ooh, I like that T-shirt.
Ooh,
I
another
like
jacket.
that-
But no, mine's so bad. Like it's always exactly what I'm talking about. And then my friend John, he was like, "Oh my god!" He sent me a picture, and it was of some like trailers like for camping and stuff. And he goes,
Yeah.
"I was just talking to my friend about this, and it popped up on my freaking Facebook." And he's like, "I never talk about trailers ever." And he and my coworker were just talking about it randomly one day, and then it popped up on his freaking Facebook. Like, what the shit? And so he was like, I read about it, and it said to turn off Hey SIRI, and then it'll stop listening to you. But it is so freaking creepy. You should comment on the video if it has ever happened to you. And
Yeah, because it's never
'cause
happened
it's
to me,
horrible.
but all of my ads are definitely reflective of my search history. Like whenever I'm on Redbubble, like just looking up something, it'll show me the stuff either the stuff I was just looking at or the stuff that I have on there, which is all Clash of the Nerds merch along with some other things, and then or whatever I've been searching on Amazon or eBay. Like that's all
yeah,
that
I
ever
don't
shows
remember
up.
that, but mine is all like, for the most part, that type of stuff. But then every once in a while, it'll be that like whatever I'm talking about.
Hmm.
So it hasn't happened since I've turned off that
That function.
function. Yeah.
Hmm.
So we'll see.
Interesting.
Beesh.
Yes. So
They're
let's see.
always listening, Big Brother. Always listening.
It's a bunch of crap.
Always listening.
Tony
Always-
holding the phone from Cap, the end of Cap.
Oh yeah,
Civil War.
like when you see them in the.
Yeah, I
We're
saw
back
that
to
still.
Avengers. Yeah.
Yeah!
Sidetrack.
It
You
always
see
happens every time I'm
when the
just
four.
tangents.
It just happens a lot recently. We're
Yeah.
all scatterbrained and drunks.
Yes.
You see Tony holding something that looks like a lot like a flip phone when they're in the Sanctum Sanctorium.
Yeah.
So a lot of people are theorizing that is.
Well, I saw a still where they zoomed in. too.
Yeah, the phone that Cap gave him.
Yeah.
If you ever need me, call me, kind of thing.
That
like
old
that.
90s flip phone. Or actually, it was probably more like an early 2000s flip phone, but
Yeah.
still.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, 2000s.
yeah, because like I saw a still of that scene and they zoomed in on his hand. I was like, yeah, that looks exactly like that phone. So I'm going with it's the phone. There's no reason that it's not.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I think it is too.
Yeah. So Spidey sense.
Yeah, you see his hairs.
Yeah,
Circle
I
up.
saw that. It's painfully obvious. Yes, that's what
Yeah.
it is for this version of Spider-Man.
Which is cool. I like that better than.
What did they do for Andrew Garfield? Because that I can't remember.
I don't remember because I only kind of watched those movies once each.
Well, I mean, I watched Amazing Spider-Man 1 a couple times, but I just don't remember what they did for his spider sense.
Nah, I don't remember either.
I mean, it's easier for me to remember what they did for Tobey Maguire's just because I actually watched the first Spider-Man recently, at least recently-ish anyway. So it's interesting. I don't know if do you think that's all it is? You see like the hairs.
Yeah, I think you'll just see him get hyper aware. I don't think they're gonna do like Tobey Maguire where
No
things
bullet
slow
time.
down. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think they're gonna do that. He's just gonna be hyper aware of his surroundings.
Though I
and
wonder if
stuff
there's
like
going to be
that.
a sound.
It wasn't one in the trailer, but that doesn't mean anything.
Yeah, that
There's
doesn't
not
mean
things in the
anything.
trailer.
Yeah, because like that's different music usually.
By the
different
way,
sound.
did you notice that Chris Pratt is rocking like an '80s porn stash
I did notice
in that trailer? I was like,
and he's got the shaggy hair. I'm like, oh jeez.
I was like, that is gonna fucking distract me the entire time he's on.
It's like
screen.
first one of my professors, now freaking Star Lord's got the porno look. It's really
Where are you going to get booze?
A beer.
Nope, there you go.
Yeah.
She knows. She can't wait like the 5 more minutes till this podcast is over.
What? It's gonna be over in 5 minutes?
Something like that. We gotta watch Drive Angry.
Yeah, we only got like 2 more things.
Yeah.
And since I haven't seen Justice League, I'm gonna have to defer to you.
Yeah.
You haven't?
No, I have not
I
seen
need a
it
beer
yet.
bottle opener.
Right on the wall.
Yeah, I'm
Actually,
Actually, no, you
sorry.
don't. That's a twist off.
No, it's not. It's not a twist off dum dum. Here. What the? Never
Oh,
mind.
man.
No, it's not a twist off.
That doesn't
It's
say
fucking
twist
guns.
off.
All
Thanks,
hard,
buddy.
all malt beverages like hard cider and stuff like that are twist offs. You know why? They're made for women.
Girls drink it.
Exactly.
I'm gonna shove this bottle up your ass.
I might be into that.
After the
Oh,
video.
So I will say this: that 2.5 minute trailer for Avengers was more epic than the entire 2 hours of Justice League.
Justice
And he
League
liked the
fell
movie.
flat.
And I did like. I mean, you guys saw my little like review of Justice League. I enjoyed it, but definitely like the only thing good about Justice League was seeing all those superheroes together because they did. All the actors had pretty decent chemistry together, but the plot was shit. The villain was dumb, and just anything outside the action scenes weren't that fun.
Yeah, it fell pretty flat for me. Like when he texted me about it, or yeah, whatever, and I was like, he's like, what'd you think of it? I was like, it was okay. It was not enough, and also too much at the same time.
And my
How
response,
does that work?
that's what she said.
Oh, jeez.
And then I was like, if that's what she said, he's not doing it right.
Not at all. Most guys don't. I can teach you. I should do a whole film study on that.
You can use
No,
Nelson.
thank you. No. No.
I've had one sip of beer. And
I know, you're already just cracking
Hammered.
your eyes.
it's that Mucinex, that Walmart Mucinex that I took.
And you're lightweight, man. Drugged up and druggy.
Hey, Walmart
Sure.
Mucinex is great.
It is.
It gets the job done.
It is
Clears
so
you
far.
up. But yeah, it's just like Justice League was an enjoyable movie. It's nothing that like was exciting. Like I didn't go into it with a ton of anticipation, which is a shame because my two favorite superheroes as a kid were Superman and Batman.
Yeah.
And Batman's still like one of my top superheroes.
Batman was my favorite.
Like
growing
he's
up.
like with what DC has done with the comic books lately, it's kind of tailed off.
Mm-hmm.
But I mean, I would still say easily Batman's in my top 3. But yeah, I wasn't super excited for Justice League. I went because I had Movie Pass and the ticket was free. Like this is why I went to see Justice League. I went to pick my son up from his mother's house, and it was gonna be like an hour to get home because of traffic. And I was like, "Hey Sean, you want to go see Justice League?" He's like, "Yeah, let's go see Justice League." That was why I went to see Justice League because I didn't want to sit in traffic.
Yeah.
I'm just not a
Which is the
fan.
perfect review for Justice League. I saw it because I didn't want to sit in traffic.
It was something to do.
Yeah, it was something to do.
It was something slightly better than sitting in traffic.
Yeah.
Sean really enjoyed it though, and he did not like Batman vs Superman. But I can't take his review.
Oh, did he actually watch
Yeah.
Batman v Superman?
Yeah, I can't take his review seriously because he did like Suicide Squad, which I think is still one of the most unwatchable movies ever made.
It's fun though. It was horrible, but it was
It's
fun.
unwatchable.
I haven't watched
It's
it.
not unwatchable because if you could stare at Harley Quinn's ass long enough, it is definitely watchable.
There's this website
Just
called
saying.
Pornhub. I can stare.
It's not Margot Robbie. It's some other random bitches.
Yeah, there are better looking women on Pornhub than Margot Robbie.
I don't know, Margot.
Now Margot
Robbie's
Robbie,
super
I want to preface this.
hot.
Margot
See, Margot,
Robbie
he hates you. He
is
doesn't
very
like you.
attractive,
I think she's super.
but she is not the be all end all. Which is my same review on Beyonce. Beyonce's attractive, but I don't get why she gets all this like love on the
She's
internet.
Queen Bee.
She's fucking annoying.
Have you met her? I'm not a huge Beyonce fan, but I'm just.
I'm just talking about what I see in the media and just her singing in general. She's not that good. Kelly Rollins was the real star of Destiny's Child. Hashtag not my Destiny's Child. Hashtag I don't like Beyonce.
I'm telling you, hashtag
Hashtag-
don't work on videos.
Hashtag I'm gonna let you finish.
Oh my
But
God.
I don't like Taylor Swift, but she's better than Beyonce.
I don't-
Which, speaking of Taylor Swift, I keep meaning to bring this up on podcasts, and I always forget. So you know how Taylor Swift's like, I don't know if anybody's heard her latest album. I've just heard the one single on the radio.
one
I've only heard
Yeah.
the one.
But apparently she's like really attacking exes and stuff like that in this
When is she not?
album. And my thought process, yeah, exactly. My thought process is that she has all these exes and that they always break up badly. And I'm gonna take Tom Hiddleston's side on this one because he's so charming.
hot.
What if Taylor Swift is just a bitch? I mean,
It's entirely
Honestly,
possible.
I kind of heard that's what she is.
and the funny thing is, my mom's a Taylor Swift fan, and I brought that up to her, and my mom just looked at me and went,
Well,
and she just kind of like, she's like, yeah, she's probably a bitch.
if things keep ending the same way, maybe.
Yeah,
there's a
exactly.
problem.
Exactly. Like she's the common denominator in all of this. So,
And Tom Hiddleston's hot, so it can't be his fault.
and I just can't believe that someone so charming as Tom Hiddleston
So hot.
could be
Oh
a
my
dick.
God. Oh my God.
Like, granted, John Mayer's probably
Yeah,
an
pretty
asshole.
people could never be horrible.
Oh, you mean the Hitler
Exactly.
of sex?
High five.
You're one of the most horrible people I know.
Bullshit. I'm one of the best people ever. I'm so altruistic, and I'm the most humble person here.
Yeah, clearly.
I'm so humble. I'm so humble. I'm just great at being humble. It's so great. Good times, good times. I think that's the thoughtable for this week.
Jeez.
Is Taylor Swift a bitch? Yes.
Maybe.
Nelson?
I think it's a consensus.
Yeah, she's a bitch.
Sorry, Taylor.
Taylor, your 1989 album did have some good tracks on it, though. I'll give you that. Like
Somewhere
that.
your dog is being confused.
Yeah. Oh yeah, she probably was like, "What the fuck?"
Taylor!
She's not named after Taylor Swift. She is named after the song "Taylor" by Jack Johnson. All my dogs are named after music.
Really? My dogs are named after, well, Dudley is named after Dudley just himself because that's what he came with.
Not
from
Dudley
the
Do-Right?
No, from the animal shelter.
We're gonna
that's
change that. We're gonna retcon that. He's named after Dudley Do-Right.
Okay, fine, Dudley
He is
Do-Right.
kinda
So,
But he's a horrible
by your logic, that means Ace was named after the Ace of Spades.
Actually, that's why I got it from there. It was Ace of Spades, and also that was Bat Dog.
Yes.
person.
And,
Bat Hound.
Diamond
Was
was
it
Diamond
Diamond
Dog from the David Bowie album
Yep.
and song.
Aw,
Because we all know my love for David Bowie.
yeesh.
Hashtag my Bowie.
I thought you were gonna say howling freaking beagles.
Because
Because that's all she did whenever.
Anybody go around her but me. She was like, "Fuck you. You were not master."
Ah, she liked me.
Yeah,
Somewhat.
after you started dog sitting, she started liking you.
Yeah.
Man, that dog was an escape artist, though. She would like when Michelle and I had the apartment. We'd pen the dogs up with baby gate in the kitchen. And it was a high baby gate. It was like that high. Come home, Taylor's still in the kitchen. Freaking Diamond's just chilling on the like living room rug.
That's like Dudley.
And I saw the camera
Staffordshire
finally,
Terrier.
and she's just climbing over. I was like, God damn.
Yeah, Staffordshire Terriers is Dudley's half staffy, and he can jump over literally anything, like anything. But Celine, my
Anything?
Malamute mix, yeah, pretty
Literally
much.
anything?
Literally.
Figuratively?
Literally anything.
I thought you were about to accept that challenge, Josh.
Oh, we're gonna take that challenge.
Dudley is horrible though. He
I'm
has
gonna bring-
fear aggression, so he attacks people.
When I buy my truck, I'm gonna bring a series of obstacles to your apartment. We're gonna see exactly what Dudley can and cannot jump
After
over.
he tries attacking you.
Bring it.
He's so sad. Poor rescue. Anyway, we're off topic again.
I went into the wilderness and I fought a wolf. And I'm
It's
here.
Celine,
What do you think?
my other dog.
What do you think that carpet upstairs is made out of? Dead wolf.
No.
I
don't say that.
I taped broken bottles to my hands.
Thank you, Liam Neeson, for reminding me
That
of a
movie's
movie
based off my life.
that was honestly so boring.
It was. Just like my life.
Ugh.
Sad.
But you like boring. You like being at home.
Exactly. And people who try to make me leave my home, I despise.
They came to my house for Halloween.
Exactly. You should feel special.
That's why I don't ever ask Josh if he wants to go anywhere.
Because the answer 99% of the time is no.
That's exactly how I am too, and you are lucky that I'm here.
Yeah, 'cause
because I would never.
I've reached that age where I feel I have enough friends, so I don't have to
I
make
do
new
too.
ones.
I don't care.
Yeah. It's like when someone's like, "Oh, I want you to meet somebody," you'll get. I was
like,
like,
no. No, I'm good. I don't need any more friends.
I don't think I'll like them. Why? Because they're
Even if
new.
I do like them, I'm not gonna leave my house to hang out with people.
Yeah, bring them over to my house.
Even then, it's just kind of like, what do you want to do? Watch movies? Okay. I'm gonna sit on my phone.
I've got to the age where I prefer that my worlds don't collide. So I'll keep bubbles.
That's what I do too. I've
Yeah.
started doing that for some reason. I like these friends to be these friends and these friends to be these friends. 'Cause I like different levels of energy
Yeah.
at certain times. And
I
don't like-
decide when they cross over.
Yeah, exactly.
See, I'm the exact opposite because I like to be efficient, and so that
just
means
hang out with everybody.
that
else.
means I have to go hang out with two different groups. And it's like, even if these people won't get along, I don't want to do two things.
I was worried when you guys came over to my house for Halloween. I was like, dear God, what is going to happen with all these people?
Exactly what happened. Us.
Hanging out by my bookshelf.
Yep.
all night by
and,
yourself.
and your one crazy friend keep coming over and talking
Which
to
one
us.
was it, Colleen?
The short blonde chick who was dressed up as Black Swan, or
Oh, Cheryl.
wow,
Oh,
man.
Cheryl.
Talk about TMI, and then she talks about stabbing people. That's at that point I was like, no, so we gotta go.
Sorry, guys. Oh, Cheryl, thanks.
Ugh.
Yeah, I mean, it
Hilarious.
started off fine with Nightwing and his wife. They were cool.
really, they're awesome, actually. I met them, they actually met when they were on set of this movie, Ninjas vs. Vampires.
I auditioned for that.
Did
no,
you?
actually, no. I auditioned for the sequel. I'm sorry.
Yeah,
But I know
they're
I
the
know
main
of the director,
couple.
yeah. Oh, okay.
In that movie, I guess. I haven't seen it yet. But
So
they
that
met
means-
on the movie.
Actually, you know what? That means I saw him at the audition
Probably.
because I think he was in the room for with the director and whoever else was there.
They're super, super nice. Both of them are. And they're amazing. And that was the first time I had met them.
Really?
Yeah, and her Halloween costume was Wonder Quinn. She dressed up as like a Harley Quinn, Wonder Woman mashup.
Mostly just Harley Quinn.
So cool.
Yeah.
It was so cool. I liked it.
I don't know. At that point, I was tired of that Harley Quinn look, so I was just like, I mean, she was cute in it, but I was just like, I've seen this costume 10,000 times, or something.
Well, they had-
Yeah, she
Put
that
it
that
together
costume.
like that
Well, the
night.
thing is, like, because, like,
That costume
I hate my
quickly-
Thor costume with a passion, because it's not comfortable. I almost just threw on my Nightwing hoodie with a pair of black jeans. I was like, fuck it, I'm Nightwing. I was gonna, because I've got
Urban
temporary hair.
Assault Edition.
I didn't know what
Well, no,
was
I have, like,
for
temporary hair
Halloween.
dye, so I was gonna just temporary dye my hair black, and just
Oh,
roll
how
like that.
weird would that have been?
Have you not seen my Wolverine pictures when I first
I
started
think-
growing my hair out?
I think I...
I made a badass Wolverine too.
Did
No,
you
I
have
think-
that on
I
your
think
OK
the,
Cupid profile?
Probably.
I think
Years- a long time ago?
you needed more of the hair dye by the end of the night. though. I think a lot of it sweated out.
It was working its way up. But
Yeah.
when that costume first started off, it was badass. It had the whole mutton chops. It's great when you can grow real facial hair. Because then you
Yes.
can do whatever you want with it.
I know.
Grow the lemmy.
Yep.
Oh, that's all you need. A DX shirt and shave this, and you can be Triple H.
Well, remember we talked about AwesomeCon, possibly Shawn being Shawn Michaels. I'll be either Triple H or Diesel.
I can't wait
Oh,
for the
yeah,
comic
yeah, I
convention.
remember
I'm
that, yeah.
so freaking excited. I want to do so
Well,
many new
AwesomeCon's
costumes.
looking pretty badass.
Yeah, look.
It's
And
getting
actually-
better and better after
and
Do we
actually-
have the entire Guardians cast yet?
Minus Chris Pratt and Zoe
Oh, wow.
and James Gunn.
Oh, that's right. We did get Batista, didn't we?
Yeah, Batista's there. But so what I'm thinking for AwesomeCon though, I'm thinking let Sean wear his Star-Lord costume, and I'll put
God, he's gonna be so.
together an Ego costume, and I'll just like get some temporary dye and dye my shit gray, and I'll go as fucking Ego, and Sean can be
That would be so cute.
Star-Lord.
I wanted to be like a female version of Vision or something. Like I love the way that they like did Vision in the Avengers or whatever, and I want to do something like that. Or what I was talking to you about being Hela.
Yeah, I like the idea.
Oh, that'd be a really cool.
Because then I can be
wanna do
Thor.
that one. Yeah,
We can combine the costumes.
that would be freaking sweet.
We'll
A
make
lot of
Sean.
people
We'll,
would
we'll
like
turn
that.
Sean into a little Loki.
Oh, so cute. What you be?
I could be Scourge.
Yeah, because you're already bald. Just gonna bring your beard out.
I just need some lightning bolts and some AKs.
Yeah.
Oh,
That sounds
wait.
good.
Oh, shit. I wouldn't be able to get away with that in DC.
Well, you just carry a big battle axe
Oh, yeah, that's true.
because that's what he has in the comics.
Okay. Yeah, that'll work.
I got these from a place called Tex Ass.
This is Dez and Troy.
I
Together
fucking
they
love
destroy.
Carl Urban. He is so great. I think my favorite role Carl Urban's ever done though is Bones from the new Star Trek movies.
Oh, yeah, he's
I
great. Is
fucking
that-
love him in those. He steals the show. He should have a bigger role in those movies. And also he's great in freaking
Dread.
Lord of the Rings and Dread. Riders of Rohan.
I do enjoy him whenever I see him pop up.
I've never disliked Carl Urban, even if he's in a shitty movie like Doom. He still is fantastic.
He made that movie good.
Him and The Rock, man.
I love the
I'd
Rock.
like to
Because it's.
I want to see Jumanji.
I hate The Rock.
I love him. How
Nope.
can you hate him?
Because we have a vendetta that dates back to 2000.
Are you talking about what? Wrestling stuff?
Talking about a video
Kind of.
game.
A video game?
I had the title for so long and no one could beat me, and The Rock comes out. Rock bottoms me, and then Mike gets the pin, and I lose my belt. I've never liked The Rock since. It's nothing The Rock did. It's something a video game avatar did. But I do want to meet him one day so I can tell him the story of why I hate him.
They have.
And
a-
then he'll stop hitting him right afterward.
Oh, yeah.
probably.
Because I guarantee you he'll take it because he's so charming,
He'll be
God
like,
damn
I'm
it.
so sorry.
He'll apologize and give me like a hug or some shit like that.
He'll be like, yeah, I'm really sorry about that, man.
And then
Or like, or I'll hear something like along the lines, "I'll give you something to hate," and then he'll rock bottom me through a table.
That's worth it as long as someone videotapes that shit.
That would be hilarious. I'll give you
You
something to
can
hate.
go, they have a.
Bullshit. The second he does that, I'm throwing him in a triangle chop. Triangle choke. Just fucking lock onto that arm.
Boys.
I'm like, I will fucking own you, Black Adam.
They've got a.
If you
the
did
Rock
that,
at the
I would be
wax
very
museum.
impressed. Because it's like, I don't know if you've got the dexterity to throw that off. Just in my mind.
I don't think I have the weight because I think even if I threw that on there, his fucking arm is so big, he just swing me around like a fucking
Yeah.
monkey.
He is massive.
Steroids.
So huge. Really? You think so?
There's no way it's not steroids.
Yeah.
Just
'cause-
I see. I don't like to go to steroids, but because I watched him for so long in the WWE and just saw how because he
Well-
was big, but he was like big and skinny and flabby.
Well,
But he
also-
doesn't seem like he would roid
The
rage.
thing
He's
is, though,
so
when
nice.
he left the WWE,
or it might be
finally,
HGH.
when he officially left, back in like the mid 2000s, he dropped down to like 1 something. Like he lost a lot of weight. He was really skinny. If you go
It's too
back,
much for
if
him.
if
He's
you go back
so
to about
tall.
2005,
I don't think he dropped down to 1 something because he's like 6'6", 6'8".
he
He's
dropped
like
he
6'7"
dropped a
or
lot of
so.
weight, Josh.
I'm not saying he did, but there's no way he dropped below 200
well, maybe
pounds.
yeah, maybe.
'Cause I just feel
yeah,
his like body structure, just
Probably-
being skinny, would be above 200.
yeah, he was. It was
Because
probably like
right now,
250 or
right
something
now
like
I'm
that.
sitting at 215.
Yeah.
and I'm pretty toned. I don't think The Rock could get much lower than what my weight is right now.
Yeah,
How
it's,
tall is
yeah,
he?
he
6'2".
yeah, he's like 6'2".
And I'm still like a good 4 or 5
But I
inches
do
shorter than
remember-
The Rock.
he lost a lot of weight he just like basically got really
He leaned
lean.
out, yeah.
Yeah, he leaned out. But then when he got Fast and Furious, he had to bulk back up, and he
And
did.
that's why I say HGH or steroids. Because
he did it in such a short amount of time.
The short amount of time, given his age and his genetics, given that he's half Samoan, you don't see Samoans with that kind of body
But I
shape.
don't. But do
Very
you think that
lean.
he's still on steroids?
Well, I'm not even saying steroids.
Well,
I'm just saying
if he
had
has
pharmaceutical help to
I
if he
do
had
refuse.
that.
if he had any help,
The
but
Rock is the best.
after getting that weight back, do you think he would have stayed on it though?
Probably not.
Um,
He's
well, once you get to a certain size with HGH or steroids, you got to cycle back on and off.
Mm.
Like I'll give credit to Stallone. He's like, yeah, I use HGH. Do it for 6 months, off 6 months. Because the thing is, they're hormones, and your body, like when you inject these hormones into you, whether it's steroids or HGH, your body's not going to compensate and keep producing these steroids.
Yeah.
In fact, usually if you pump too many hormones into your body cuts back on producing them because they're already in your system.
Mm.
So if you use HGH or steroids to get big and you quit cold turkey using them, you get small real quick, or you get fat because your body quits producing the hormones to make that muscle.
Okay.
So you got to cycle on and off of it, and just given the Rock's huge size, like I'm not saying that he did HGH or steroids, but I'm saying to get to the size he's at his age in that short of time,
Yeah.
I don't think it was all just eating healthy, because he's cut too. The thing is, when you bulk, no matter how in shape you are, when you bulk, you're putting on fat.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's gonna happen.
And we remember what he looked like when he had that layer of fat over it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of those things like to bulk and not get fat is to pharmaceutically enhance. So I mean, he may have weaned off on it, but he's probably got to keep the size that he's at.
Yeah.
He's got to cycle on and off. There's no way he doesn't. Like, even I hate to admit it, my boy Chris Hemsworth, how big he got.
He was
Rob-
massive in Ragnarok.
Yeah,
like,
probably
way
had
bigger than
to
what he was.
pharmaceutically enhance as well.
Way bigger than what he was.
Yeah,
ever.
and I'm not going to accuse anybody, because if I could get HGH legally and use it, I'd fucking use it. So I'm not even judging them, because, like, I do the same thing.
You're working out constantly.
I know.
I always see you, I'm like eating a whole cherry pie by myself, and you're like,
And you
run
check-
on the treadmill, and I'm like...
And then you check Snapchat, and I just did 8 miles on the treadmill.
I'm like, fuck you, Josh.
That's why I hate this couch, though, because you don't see the results, because you just kind of folded up.
Yeah, because you're all like crunched up.
Crunched
and you got
in,
rolls.
so it's
I'm
like-
fine with this. It's hiding everything.
Yeah.
Haha.
Because, like, a female friend of mine, she's like, you don't look that buff on it. It's like, fuck you, check my Instagram. Because, like, that couch is not flattering in the least, that is the main reason why I've thought about getting rid of this couch. It's like something that we can sit up more straight and look more lean.
Yeah,
Because-
I honestly I hate sitting down half the time because I'm like, this makes me look fat again.
Yeah, because
I'm not, because I'm down
because
to 186.
I suffer from body dysmorphia, and anything that feeds into that hatred of my body, I don't like, and sitting on this couch does. Which is why I always like
I'm fine with being a fat ass. I'm totally fine with it.
Which is why I always enjoy our wrestling videos, because we're standing up for that, so you can see the V that my body is.
Well, you've posted a lot of working out videos on your YouTube or whatever, so the people
Yeah,
do
know.
12
know, yeah.
weeks of
The
fucking
people know
shit.
that
Yeah.
you work out, and I get enough snaps from you from the gym, and like, haha, look what I'm doing, you
I'm
fat
still
piece
proud
of
of that.
shit.
I don't send those snaps directly to her.
Yes,
No, I don't. I just send the nudes from the shower later.
Yeah.
No, but I was really proud of doing that 500-pound deadlift, though. And
I did see that.
and my favorite moment of that was
Your face turning red on film?
no, is that I sent it to James Williams of Funhouse, because it's like, because I didn't used to deadlift, like I hated it because it really hurt my knees and my back. But you know, anybody who watches this podcast regularly know we're big fans of Funhouse and big fans of James. But James does it a lot too, and like he would talk about it on their podcast. And so I started doing it more, and he kind of like, I told him in the tweet, I said, it was like, I didn't really like doing deadlifts, I just didn't like them. But like, you kind of inspired me to start doing them, so I set a goal for myself of 500, and I reached that, and I sent him the video, and he responded like a little bit later, he was like, dude, you're killing it, and like asking me questions about my workout and stuff like that. So I felt
That's nice.
good.
Felt
Yeah.
validated.
If
What's
it,
the point of a deadlift? Like, what does that do? You just like look how much I can pick up.
lower back, grip strength, quads, and knees. And it's one of the things like, and I'm surprised they don't make you guys in PT do a deadlift, because that would probably be the best exercise.
It's the worst. Our PT test is the worst freaking thing in the planet.
Just because, like, you know, like, again, this is movies and not real combat, but you always see someone picking up a soldier that's injured and throwing them on their back.
Yeah.
Like, that's a deadlift and a clean and jerk right there. So,
but we also...
you would think that PT would involve those exercises because that's the best way to get... Like, if you're just one person,
the people that you see doing that in movies are all infantrymen, and all the infantrymen that I know are always carrying around, like, fucking tires, like, massive tires, and also, like, telephone poles, literally just running around on post with freaking telephone poles on over their shoulders, like, doing all sorts of stuff. Like, when I
Army
did...
strong.
When I did, what is it? We call it CLS, Combat Lifesaver. We have to do different types of, like, litter carries, picking people up, throwing them over our shoulder. It doesn't matter. Like, I had to pick up some dude, and, like, he was huge, and it was really, really, really difficult. And, no.
Don't leave it hanging, Nelson. Nelson! You're
I
fired!
require the highest of fives!
Your rent has just gone up.
No, fuck that. I was like, because I was about to say, like, you fired me? All right, good luck doing the podcast.
Yeah, I was like, that doesn't help. I was like, hey, let me think of something that he'll really high five me to.
I was like, you got me on rent.
Good times, good times.
I'll give you another one to lower it.
Nope.
Damn it.
I want my rent lowered. I pay out the ass to live near DC.
I wouldn't do that at all. That's why I live in Stafford.
It's painful.
Yeah, I bet
But you
it
live,
is.
like, too far.
No, I don't. I'm just far enough. 'Cause I don't like city folk. I learned that from dating. Like, I dated a bunch of girls from DC. I hated every one of them. I get like 2 or 3 dates in. It's like, you're really hot, but fuck, do I just want to hit you in the face with this plate? Because the shit they say is just ridiculous. They think they're smart. They're not. They think they're politically savvy. They're not. And it's just like, and I would tune out half the time. They'd be talking, and it'd be like the Charlie Brown teacher. Wah, 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 wah. I was like,
You hear that, ladies? He doesn't want to deal with your shit. Your DC
not city girls.
socialite
Holy shit. Well, I think the worst thing about DC women is, like, you'll find, like, now, granted, this is too low for me to date, like a 5 or a 6. And they think they're a fucking 10. And then you got 10s who think they're goddamn Victoria's Secret supermodels.
So, you know what? Every girl should, like, as women, we put ourselves down enough. I think that
Not
it's
enough
good
in DC.
that... Shut up, you ass. I think it's good that no matter what you feel that you look like, or people tell that you look like, that you are confident and
I agree with the
poised
confidence, but I also think you got to know your weight class. Like,
thanks for coming, everybody. I'm gonna stab Josh.
no, I just think you gotta kind of know where you gotta shoot for. It's like you gotta think like, I'll take this back to online dating. Like, I think if I had to rate myself, I'd say about an 8. I think that's being pretty humble and modest.
I just spit on myself.
But and regardless of that,
Wonder how many faces I made this podcast.
So many.
regardless of that, I'm in really good shape. Can you at least agree to that?
I agree, yes.
So, when like a 300-pound woman starts sending me messages how sexy I am and that she would love to date me, I'm thinking like, really? Really? I don't want to pull that card, but
Maybe you're into bigger
I'm not.
chicks.
Most guys who are in shape, like the only time a guy who's in my kind of shape who's into bigger chicks is when she's got more muscle than him. Which,
I don't know.
thank
I've
God
seen-
my gymnast has not gotten me to that point. Because I'll see dudes in like similar shape to me at the gym.
I immediately thought
and
the
they're
girl-
walking around with like freak beasts, like women who are just like
Massive
minotaurs.
I
and shit
immediately
like that.
thought of the girl from a couple weeks ago that was working out in the tennis
In the
skirt.
tennis skirt.
I was like, Yep, she's there.
Or
Yeah.
not. There's a girl on
So-
Instagram.
And
who's
I don't know if I was attracted or afraid, but
The worst part is Nelson kept
both.
so
staring.
scared you were turned on.
The worst part is
That might
Nelson
have been
kept
it.
staring at her, and she was bigger than Nelson, probably could kick his ass. And then her boyfriend that was with her was this massive dude who probably whooped my ass. And I was like, and I said to Nelson, like, stop staring because you're gonna have to fight the big dude. I'll take the woman.
I've seen a girl on Instagram who's fairly overweight. She's very gorgeous, but she's overweight, and she is married to this super jacked dude. So to me, I guess like I understand where you're coming from, but in the end, you like who you like.
I side with John F. Kennedy. No fatties. That was his running motto, and when he went for the Senate in Massachusetts, no fatties. That was on every bumper sticker. Vote Vote JFK.
Anybody
no
can
fatties.
be beautiful. Anybody can.
No, I agree.
But,
I agree.
I mean, you can be overweight and you can be obese, which is not healthy, but you could still be pretty.
And Josh is just not into that.
And yeah, I'm definitely not into that. But in all seriousness, definitely have confidence in yourself. But I don't like what Dove was doing, like everybody's beautiful. Because if you are unhealthily obese, I don't care how beautiful.
I like how you made the word obese.
Yeah.
Even if you're obese, you can still be pretty. You're not
You
healthy,
can
but
be.
you're pretty.
You're not healthy, and you need to work on that because that's not healthy. Like I'm all about a healthy lifestyle, and I'm definitely beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Like what I think's pretty, you might not think's pretty, and down the line. So I'm definitely beauty. What people find attractive is definitely subjective. It's everyone's got a different opinion on it. But I think I come from a very objective point to say if you are overweight, regardless of how confident you are, you're big and beautiful and proud, it's not healthy, and you really need to get that under control just so you can live a long life, live a long, healthy life. And that's my whole thing about it is like, yes, you can feel that you're big and beautiful, but if you're like tipping the scales of like, you're like 5'5" and you're like 250, unless you were, and even if you're a bodybuilder at that height, that's not a healthy lifestyle because that puts a lot of strain on your heart. That's all I'm saying. All I'm saying
think
is
I'd just be worried for them from a health standpoint.
Yeah.
But they can still be beautiful.
as long as they're not bitches about it. That goes back to my whole point of women in this area being like 5s and 6, think they're 10s.
I've heard a lot of my guy friends are like, girls in this area are total biatches.
They are.
I don't understand why.
Not all, because you're nice and you're pretty.
There's a lot.
High five on that.
Hey! Oh, I missed that one. Another one. Hey! Okay.
But no, there's a lot of girls in this area that just think they're like hot shit and too good for everybody, and I think that's where my like bias and irritants have become, because like, oh, it's just annoying. Like one of my favorite instances was I was out with a couple friends, and this girl who I did not find attractive at all, she just wasn't my type. Basically asked me out, like asked me to dance something, and I just said,
"Oh, I remember the story. This is Shelly's birthday one year.
Yeah." And I was
You
like,
texted me right afterward, and I almost crashed the car laughing because you said something.
I can't remember.
Oh,
exactly
it was something along the lines of, "Now even if I was drunk off my ass."
Yeah, because like, I was polite. No, I know exactly what it was. I was polite, and I said no because she wasn't my type. And I was just very polite and said no. And then she became an instant bitch on me and started giving me shit. And I said, listen, let me stop you right there. There is not enough alcohol in this bar to get me drunk enough to even consider sleeping with you.
As I almost crashed the car when he texted me that, I'm like, what the fuck, dude?
Because I tried to be nice, I tried to be polite, but she took it to a different level. And it wasn't like she wasn't in any kind of bad shape, and like she just wasn't my type.
Yeah. You know, Thomas was, we were at the State Theater in Fairfax, and we were watching some band or something or whatever, and he went to the bar, and this chick was hitting on him, and I was just kind of like watching to see where it went.
Throw a bottle
I was
at
like,
her?
no, I was
really
like,
she would have. That'd be a great
I was
story.
like, all right, let's see how this goes. And so she was hitting on him, and then all of a sudden he turned, he said something to her, and she got this disgusted look on her face and walked away. And I was like, what did you say to her? And he goes, she wouldn't leave me alone. She was like, and so finally she goes, dude, are you like gay or something? He goes, no, I just don't like ugly chicks. And then she walked away, and I was like, oh my god, I wish I could have heard that. That was, because the look on her face was
I'm just
so
curious,
frightening.
She went home and ate a whole pint of ice
Did
cream.
at not one
was
point in
so
that conversation
mad.
with that girl, did he not? Well, granted, this is DC
He was
girls.
ignoring her like
Well,
the entire time.
Yeah,
He was
okay, because I was
"Oh,
like,
whatever."
because what I love about my wedding ring tattoo from when I was married is, if a girl's hitting on me and I don't like her, I'm sorry, I'm married. 99% of the time, that works.
Yeah, it
There's
doesn't work
that-
for guys.
There's
though.
that 1% of time where women are just like, well, I don't. She won't know. I was like, I'm just looking at them like, go away. It's like I'm going to get mean in a second. Just go.
Yeah. No, I
Like,
mean, he
I
was
think-
ignoring her, and he was like, yeah, whatever, blah, blah, blah. You know, he has that hard time with, like, it's like, if I don't want to talk to you, I'm not going to talk to you, so he doesn't. And then when he said that, and the look on her face, it was just so good. I just don't like ugly chicks.
It's just I don't know. If like I tell a girl I'm involved with somebody and they still continue to hit on me, I don't know. Maybe because I have higher morals than other people. I'm going to like you less if you're
Yeah.
continually hitting on me, knowing that I'm seeing somebody. But yeah. So we're gonna end on that note because we've gone way over our time.
Yeah, fuck bitches, get money.
I do like it every time you're on, Lindsay. We just blow past the time.
Tangents.
Like we have a whole dais and we blow through that quickly and then we just talk about random shit.
Chat.
Yeah.
Like how I personally like those podcasts the best. They're the ones where we're just rambling and talking. So I feel they're the most organic and nice. So I try to do a bit of news, bit of banter, bit of fun. I didn't even touch on the shitty week I've had this week. Holy shit.
Good.
I know of the one thing.
I'll save that
The
for the
big
next
thing.
podcast. So tune in next week because I'm going to fucking rant about the terrible week I had if I remember.
And I'm gonna have to be driving him around in the morning.
Yep, because
Oh, no.
somebody hit my car.
Oh, yeah.
But we'll tell that story later.
Yeah.
Bye.
Bastards. Night, Tokyo. Good time.